never seen a desk as a gun. It's something straight out of a James Bond movie.
You know, this might have been good for like Hamilton. What's going on, guys? Classically Christian hitting you with another video, back to back on today with the videos. And look what today I have for you is, we got something a little bit different that we haven't done yet, but in the reality realm, is we are kind of focusing on reality television stuff here. So the reality-ish thing that we're looking at today is Pawn Stars. This is going to be 5 rare illegal items brought into the to the pawn shop. I think this is going to be pretty cool because, like, dude, you're bringing something into something that's filmed and put out nationally. It's an interesting thought on the behalf of those people, but it's also kind of intriguing and cool to see what those items just exactly are. So without any further ado, without many more of me talking, because I'll talk enough throughout the video, let's get into this. Here we go.
Well, it's a desk, but it's not really a desk. It's actually a gun.
It's a gun desk.
Yes, when you push down on the inkwell, a bullet fires out through the trap.
No.
Sweet, that means I got a gun aimed at my right now.
That is terrifying.
I'm coming down to the pawn shop today to try and sell.
Obviously, I'm assuming that you have to be registered to carry that. I'd hope so.
I'm curious what it was used for and how old it is.
What a terrible thing to just like have laying around.
I'm okay with that too.
Where in the world did you get this?
I got it.
It's just an accident waiting to happen.
I was just looking for a nice little
Like Stephen A. Smith talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Home, I was trying to figure out how to open it and had a really good look inside it and said, you know, this isn't a desk, this is a gun.
I've seen guns concealed in all kinds of
Oh
things.
gosh,
Swords,
that's how she figured it out?
Even cameras. I've seen desks with hidden gun compartments, but I've never seen a desk as a gun. It's something straight out of a James Bond movie.
You know, this might have been good for like Hamilton or Adams. You know, when they were writing the Federalist Papers, you know, and they maybe engaged in war. That's the only kind of thing that I could see it being beneficial to. It's like, otherwise, why do you have this?
It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. But until I know for sure it was made in 1898 or before, I can't legally buy it.
So where's the gun?
This is the gun.
What? My name is Sean Rich. I own Tortuga Trading Incorporated, and I specialize in antique arms and armor.
This thing is a gun. You press there's the trigger. That falls down, hits the hammer. The bullet flies out this way. You ever seen one?
I've never seen this. What is the practical application? That's what's going through my head.
I don't see one myself.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Built in like this,
That was the first question I
Nobody's gonna
had.
buy this for their children.
Exactly.
I have been collecting guns and weapons since I was 10 years old. I've never seen anything like this. You can see that it's been broken in half once before, but I do not think that a bullet hitting this broke that in half. And if it did, it would have blown this completely off.
Oh, I
or it
didn't
would
know
have put
that.
a hole in it at the very minimum. Have you had it apart?
Yes.
Okay, was there any name of manufacturer or any kind of markings on the firing mechanism?
There was the beginnings of a patent number. It said patent 1, and then you can't read the rest.
Ugh. It looks to be in that 1890s to about 1910 era,
Oh.
but I couldn't tell you one way or the other for absolute certainty.
crazy.
So if I can't guarantee it, it's a gray area for you, and it's not worth the risk.
I wasn't sure whether or not I could legally sell it.
Yeah, I've never had anyone ask me if it's legal to sell their guitar. And that would explain why. It's a tortoise shell.
It's literally made on the back of a real tortoise shell.
Sell my turtle shell guitar. As far as its value, I had no clue. If I was able to sell it today, that money will go towards my daughter's college.
Where in the world did you get this?
I bought it at a pawn shop, and for some reason I was drawn to it. I've done a little bit of research on it. The UK government has one that they confiscated through customs. So does the Australian government, and there's a very limited amount of them.
Got it. A bald eagle feather is a $10,000 fine. It doesn't matter if you thought it was a turkey feather. If it turns out to be a bald eagle feather, they're going to take it from you. They're going to find you $10,000 and tell you ignorance is no excuse.
Note to self: do not ever pick up a feather you might think belongs to a bald eagle.
So he might know the laws on it.
That sounds good.
Okay, let me give him a call.
All right.
So do you know anything about these things?
They were kind of big after World War II, Korean War. Guys would bring them back from the Pacific. And I know they go for a premium. They go for a lot of money.
So do you have any idea how these sound?
You know, I know that bluegrass guys prefer a real tortoiseshell pick because of the sound, the tone of the pick. Looks like it'd be a weird scale length. The neck looks really short, but not having strings on it, I kind of have no idea. It could sound amazing.
Okay.
You know?
Idea what it's worth?
This is kind of a tough one because I don't think you'd get in any trouble owning it because there's a lot of this stuff floating around. It's been around for, ever. People have been making stuff out of tortoise. But I don't know about selling it. I would think one that was made really well, you could probably get some money for. And somebody did a lot of work on the inlay. You can see the Rosetta pattern around the sound hole matches the binding and stuff. But this is kind of a tough one. Honestly, dude, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. There's people that have done 10 months of in-house arrest and paid like 20 grand in fines for selling this stuff illegally.
Dang.
That's what I would with,
Leave the animals alone.
Brought in a 1950s German spy camera.
Very Inspector Gadget of you. Where'd you get it?
It was actually given to me from my mom, given to her from her father, who was in the military in Germany.
I don't know why whenever I see these little cameras now, it just makes me think somebody's peeping on someone. All the stories that you hear.
You have our little viewfinder there. Then you snap your picture, and it loads that photo right onto the film.
Pretty much just like how every other old camera works.
Yeah, pretty standard, yeah.
Ever since the James Bond movies came out in the 1960s, people have just had a fascination with spies. If this camera was used in the field by an actual secret agent, it could definitely be worth some money to the right collector. Spy cameras aren't sold to the public. They're made by the CIA or the German equivalent of the CIA. If you give a 10-year-old a camera and say it's not just a camera, it's a spy camera, it probably got you out of your parents' hair for a couple hours a day until you got tired of it and threw it in their drawer. This isn't a super valuable camera, but it's unique enough that some photography collector out there would probably really like to have it. What do you want for it?
No, I was looking to get about $100 for it.
You have a fairly cool item here, man. I mean, it is something that photographers do collect. You have a few major things wrong with it, though. It's old, antiquated technology. I'm not going to be able to get any film for it.
Okay.
You have Bill McCord's name and social security number carved on it. I'm assuming you're not Bill McCord?
I'm not.
Second of all, somebody engraved something in there right there and removed it. For me to buy something and say serial number removed, and the fact that you're not Bill McCord's name on it,
Sure.
those are the three biggest red flags I can put into my computer system that there possibly is.
Okay.
I'd say it'd be worth about 50, 60 bucks to the right guy. But with all this on there, it makes it completely illegal for me to have anything to do with it.
All right, man.
So I appreciate you coming in, man.
Hey.
Joe Paterno started coaching like 1966.
Still coaching today.
He makes my grandfather seem young.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my Penn State Orange Bowl ring from 1973. We're remodeling our house and I could use the money. I think it's worth at least $1,500.
Pops,
Hey, what's up?
let me check that out. Penn State Orange Bowl ring.
Okay, where'd you get this?
You know, I went to Penn State and guy down the hall played on the team and he needed some money and I bought it back then. It was a big year for Penn State because they had the undefeated season.
The name speaks for itself. I mean, it's Penn State. Everybody knows who Penn State is. I mean, they're one of the more historic football teams out there. I mean, I think their first game was in 1886.
I got a problem with this ring.
What's that?
Engraving's been removed on it.
Ooh.
I don't really understand what that does to the ring.
You take a normal wedding band that's been engraved, the engraving makes it 100% identifiable. You take the engraving out, there's no identifying it.
This is a cool ring and the price is reasonable, but it's illegal for me to buy or sell anything when any identifying mark has been removed on an item. Serial numbers, engravings, anything like that.
I'd be more than happy to buy it off you for $1,500. Problem is, it's like buying a car without a VIN number.
Okay.
I mean, what do you expect? It's missing some valuable information there. You can't really do much with that.
It's a shekel of tire, like from the Bible.
Chumley.
Yeah, we only buy American coins, man, so you'll have to take it somewhere else.
Hold on.
I feel like something.
We only start buying American coins.
I used to like Chumley on the show, but I feel like something bad happened with him.
No.
Whatever.
But I can't remember what it was.
Auction lot, and I thought it was really neat. They have a lot of significant historical value to it, especially for it to be 2,000 years old from biblical times. And I think they could give me a lot of cash for it.
I mean, basically what you have is a really cool coin that is collectible because it's, from Jerusalem. It's from the time of Christ. Supposedly, Judas received 30 pieces of silver to basically drop a dime on Jesus. No. The odds are highly against it. They made millions of them.
Sure.
Okay?
But there's still a possibility.
It's however minute, okay? The shekel of Tyre was a really common coin a couple thousand years ago in the Middle East, but there aren't many left. And even though we can't prove that this is one of the infamous 30 pieces of silver from the Bible, it is still valuable due to its rarity. It's really neat how they made coins.
The fact this guy thinks that he has one of the coins from the Bible.
And the hammer had the face on it.
Okay, buddy.
And they literally... Now the big question is how much do you want for it?
$2,000.
What do you think, chum?
It's old.
Can we take 14?
I can't do 1,400. I just can't really. I mean, it's got the historical value.
It's also been cleaned.
About 1,750.
He's trying to work in it.
1,500?
This one's supposedly illegal too.
Do 16.
Yeah, 1,600.
Deal.
Okay. All right, you want to go write them up?
Yeah. $1,600 should help out a lot.
So this one, it looks like they're actually gonna do a sale. Okay. Let's see if it goes through.
So your dad thinks he just bought the coin that Judas was paid to betray Jesus with.
No.
How are you ever going to prove that?
No.
He's not going to prove it. What are you going to do? Test it for Jesus' DNA?
I make a good buy on an ancient coin, and around here, for some reason, I have to defend myself. Second guessing all my decisions has become like a hobby for these guys.
What did you buy, Rick?
It wasn't the coin that Judas was paid. It's the same type of coin from the same time period. It's not the coin, chum. I got a good deal on it. I paid $1,600 for it. And as soon as I can get it authenticated, hopefully get $2,500, $3,000, somewhere around there, I'm willing to bet I'm going to make a pretty decent profit on this. Hopefully that will shut them up.
Well, the price don't sound bad, Rick.
Do you do anything around here anymore besides complain?
Well, that's part of my job.
Potentially bad news.
Andy's our head of security.
Okay, so it came after the sale. That guy got away with money then.
What's that? An out-of-town detective is called Las Vegas police. The shekel that you recently brought in, there's a chance it might be stolen. They want to put it on hold.
Well, that's $1,600 down the toilet.
Everything we buy goes into a national computer system. All right, you want to go write them up? No. And if it comes up stolen, you have to give it back. It definitely sucks, but it's part of doing business in a pawn shop. Okay, so this guy stole it?
Not the guy that brought it to us.
So what, it's been in multiple hands, and I'm the last guy, and I'm the one who gets stuck with it?
Pretty much.
Well, they're going to have to wait. I sent it out to get graded.
So are they able to get in touch with the dude that gave it to the pawn shop, or did he just get away with $1,600 for a stolen item?
It sucks that it happened, but what are we going to do?
Damn it, Rick, you can be more careful on what you buy.
Well, how am I supposed to be more careful? This guy legitimately bought it from a different guy. This is just a great excuse for you to complain.
To pay for something and then have to give it back? I might have lost my job over that.
You know they have a point, Rick.
Here's the guys, Andy.
My security guy, Andy, found out that the shekel I bought was stolen. Now he's got some sort of update. I hate to think, what could the problem be now? So what's up?
The coin we've been working with the police on, Turns out that the guy who originally owned it got compensated for his loss. It's ours. They released it this morning.
So it's not stolen. Dodged the bullet there. Luckily for us, the coin was insured.
Got lucky.
The insurance company paid for the loss. So that makes the coin free and clear.
Hey, Rick, don't do the end zone dance yet. We don't even know if the damn thing's real.
If it's real, will you shut up?
Probably not.
Well, here's the moment of truth.
Hand me those scissors.
You think that shekel's real?
I don't know. I just think somebody should have checked before we bought it.
Yeah, hopefully next time Rick will be more careful.
I've been in the coin business my entire life. It's real. There's no problem. We get to keep the coin, and they're still giving me hell. It never ends.
Let's see, is it real or is it fake? Big test time, big test. Come on, Rick. Open the box. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's put the coin in. Let's check the coin. Whatever you can do with the coin. You scan it?
It's not real.
It's real. See, I
Okay.
told you.
Good for you. After 30 years in the coin business, you got it right.
That was a funny little video there. Some illegal items on Pawn Stars. I like that show. It was a cool little switch up, a little bit different here. Some of those people seem like pretty shady individuals. That gentleman with the spy cam, I would not trust him. Who knows if he's used that as well. There was something about the smugness in his face, I don't know. And the desk gun, that one is really concerning, because once again, even the expert said, what is the practical use of that? What is the circumstance in which you find yourself needing to use a desk gun? The world may never know. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like on it. Comment down below what else you want to see me react to, what other kind of videos you want to see, and of course click the subscribe button with the bell next to it so you get updated every single time that I upload, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.